Good to have you with us here on Ed Schultz News and Commentary. I understand how the Clinton supporters and the Clinton campaign, how they got to feel right now. They can see the finish line. They're starting to collect the roses that they can smell. I got it, you know. The numbers are rough, but the door's not closed. But what has bothered a lot of Bernie supporters across this country and grassroots movement people behind Sanders who are gravitating to what he's talking about is the word tone, T-O-N-E, and the surrogates on the Clinton team who are out and about saying, well, the tone's going to change. The mainstream media reports, let's go live to so-and-so at such and such event. What do you know? Well, they're talking about tone, and the tone is going to change. What the hell tone? What does tone mean? Just like Bobby Knight said, introducing Donald Trump in Indiana, he says, they said Donald's not presidential. He says, what the hell does that mean? What does anything mean? Tone. It's almost as if the Clinton surrogates have been coached up to go out and talk down to Sanders supporters and movement people in the progressive movement saying, hey, this is how you have to act right now. You got to tone it down because we've got so many delegates and we're getting close to the nomination. So I asked Jane Sanders in an interview, what's your interpretation of tone?
Well, I think that is it. I think the Clinton campaign and the Democratic establishment wants him to all of a sudden become, oh, we're all in this together. We're just going against the Republicans. That's what they would like. The tone from Bernie's campaign has been so civil for the last year. Saturday will mark a year from the day that he announced. So we're not changing the tone. It got a little bit testy in New York, that's true, but that was a blip, and he's back to focusing completely on the issues, and he's contrasting the views with Secretary Clinton. I mean, she's very much for fracking. She fought for it as Secretary of State, and he's very much against it. He has been very against all the trade policies that have hurt manufacturing and lost us millions of jobs. So, and she's been for them. You know the differences as well as I do. There's a lot of differences. These two candidates will bring the country in two different directions. His job is the one that it's always been, to really make it very clear to people what the clear choice is.
Now, folks, this is Ed Schultz News and Commentary. I appreciate the listen and the download. Thanks for coming to our website every day. Let me ask you a question. Let's be fair about this. What kind of tone was that? Was that a tone of nastiness? Was that a tone of mean-spiritedness? Or was it a very measured tone and a reality check of what's happened and what's unfolded in this campaign? And I think that the Sanders people have got to get some spine and get a reality check, and don't let the Clinton people talk down to you. They ain't got it yet. They don't have it yet. Because if they did, it would be over, right? If they did have it, everything, then the Sanders camp would be talking more about the convention. It's not over yet. I don't care what the math is or what the trends are or anything else. And so it's a sense of arrogance on the part of the Clinton campaign and all of their surrogates that are just plastered all over CNN to sit there and say, well, there comes a time when you have to realize there comes a time. Michael Nutter, you know what? You are just begging for a job if Hillary gets the job as president. It's so obvious. There's no reality check in anything you're saying on CNN. And the same thing with Donna Brazile. So they're coaching the Sanders supporters on how to act in tone. So I thought I'd ask Jane Sanders about that. I also asked her about, wasn't it interesting, what was your observation of Hillary Clinton the other night when she had a big Super Tuesday night? She won 4 out of 5 states, and they're so concerned about bringing the party together. I don't know, it was almost as if Jeff Weaver went out on stage and handed Hillary Clinton the talking points from Bernie Sanders. Listen to this.
Right, and I think the devil is in the details. I mean, yes, we all agree wages are too low. Bernie wants a $15 an hour minimum wage. She wants a $12 minimum hour wage for the on a federal level. Every one of those things, there's very strong differences. If you read the small print, between the two of them. And I think it's great that she is talking about income inequality and talking about reining in Wall Street and talking about expanding, not cutting, Social Security, and talking about a national health care system and talking about the affordability and accessibility of higher education. We all agree. The point is their plans are quite different, and we need to hammer those out. But what we need to do is hold the Democrats' feet to the fire and say, Bernie means what he says, and this is what he means. And what is it that you mean, and what is it you're committing to?
That is very interesting. I'm having sources in grassroots corners of this country tell me that they are going to unleash online in the coming weeks an ultimatum to Hillary Clinton if they want the support of the Bernie supporters. This is aside from the campaign. This has nothing to do with Bernie Sanders and his campaign. And I think that the Clinton people have seriously miscalculated the passion behind this movement. I asked Jane Sanders, can Hillary Clinton win the general election without the support of Bernie Sanders?
I think that what she needs to do, if she is the nominee, is to recognize that the people that are supporting Bernie are the future of the Democratic Party and the future of the nation. He's getting more support for everybody under 45. They are really concerned about our country. They are concerned about climate change and jobs and equity and fairness and criminal justice and immigration reform. There's so many things that are the platform that Bernie has run on and will continue to run on.
Okay.
If she listens to that, maybe she will have a chance. My concern is Democrats have always gone to the left during the primary and then to the center during the general. Same as the Republicans, to the right during the primary and to the center during the general. And that's why nothing ever happens. We're committed to not let that happen this time.
It's going to be interesting to see how it all comes down. And this online petition that's going to be kicked out here in the weeks to come is basically going to deliver an ultimatum to the Clinton campaign and to the campaign and the way they operate, and also to the candidate herself. We'll touch on that in future podcasts and video casts. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the download. Thanks for the view. And we are back tomorrow. This is Ed Schultz, News and Commentary. Communication Workers of America, Alliance for American Manufacturing, BioGreen Clean, and the iSave team bringing this production. We're back tomorrow.